So hi everybody, welcome to your 11:11 portal video. I feel like a newsreader there getting my papers together, but I've just got some notes here because the post that I put up on my Facebook page, which I will leave a link to on the description box, has 11 gateways or portals, which is a personal message for you during this 11/11 date. So I'm recording this on the 10th because it gives me some time to prepare the video, get everything ready. I have prepared my space this morning. It was really lovely actually to just have my crystal grid here and my table set up a bit like I used to do when I ran my meditation evenings and workshops in Ireland for years. The joy was actually in the preceding event as much as the build up to it and the actual day. The day is usually holding space for other people, which is great, which is what you do as a teacher. But the actual build up to it, you get to enjoy. It's very creative in play. So you probably can't see my setup here. I'll try and bring the laptop around my camera. So I've got my crystals here, I've got my candles, and I will actually post a picture, but I can't do it on YouTube yet until I've got more subscribers. So this is my call. Please like and subscribe because it's not about me, guys. It's about helping people and it's about getting the word out, isn't it? So the way that this video is going to work is that I will do a short introduction and a general collective read on 11/11 with my beautiful new Astral Realms cards, which are designed and created by the Dark Moon Crystals and Prism and Fleur Design Studio. And these cards are actually Australian. So I actually wanted to get this video up because I usually put a link into my Facebook group because I've got some lovely people in there from Australia, so and clients there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do all the individual doorways. So I have basically cleansed all the cards and I've charged them up with crystals. I've just got my thing that I do. Everybody's different. So they've all got specific meanings. And so what I would suggest is with whatever you've chosen, maybe some of the messages, maybe all of them, you get to choose. You might even want to choose more than one doorway. But also, I don't know what's going to come out with the cards, but I did get some I don't want to call it general, but messages from Spirit, and I've written those down because I just cannot keep in my energy field, my brain, 11 different aspects. I don't want to miss anything out for any of you. So first of all, I hope that you're doing well. I had to start this video again because I wanted to wear my poppy. So I bought a poppy today from a craft shop, and it's not plastic or paper, so I can wear it every year. So for this 11/11 day, so it's really important so we'll just open up. So I'm just going to ring the bells. And I've already brought in the angels and the guides are already here. There's been enough signs for me today. And funnily enough, I was at the supermarket earlier on and there was an elderly gentleman must have just put down his phone while he was looking at something. And I happened to be walking past and there was a phone ringing and I was like, that's really loud. And I saw there was a phone on the shelf, beautiful blue phone, and it was like, Spirit were like, are you going to answer the call? And this is what a lot of this portal is about. It's about sovereignty. It's about, how we stand in our power. And for each and every one of us, that is within a different arena of life. Whether you are a teacher, whether you are a healer, you could be a sports teacher, you could be a surfing instructor, you could be a guide to children, you could be an SEN teacher, you could be a gardener, you could be a scientist, you could be a police person, you could work in banks or IT. It doesn't matter what you do. There's a certain element of your role on this earth, your soul path, and it is about answering the call And I picked up the phone and I just walked around, and then all of a sudden what was lovely was where I live, the people are just very genuine, and it's like going back 30 years, and there's a lot of an elderly population here. And what I find is that the store assistants and the shop assistants will just spend that little extra time and energy. They'll help them on the self-service till they'll actually do the scanning of the items for them, put them in the bags. And I said that to one lady one day. I said, I really like that you did that. She went, oh, she said, that's what we always do. But in a lot of places, it's not like that, is it? So we're bringing in the energy of white light. I've got the candles lit, and I've got the 8 flames that I lit from the previous video about the Astro World concert and the music industry, and the purging of that, the purging of who do we follow, who do we give credence to, who do we idolize in society. It's it's coming up for a purge with that as well. So had a water spillage down here before, but I just feel like this portal is going to bring up emotions for some people as well. It will be an emotional cleanse, right? Okay, so moving the bells aside now. And I will put up a picture actually of the altar when I did it all out. So just want to show you the beautiful flowers that we've got as well. So we've got the white, the purity, and then we've got the orange, the red and the yellow for the lower base chakras. So there's going to be a lot of grounding in the energy into these chakras, and then bringing the light in, and then it coming, solidifying in our solar plexus. And that's just what I'm getting. So yes, just want to show you those, just the beauty of Mother Earth and flowers and the energy that those bring in. Right, okay. So I'm just going to hand over to Spirit now, and I'm going to ask them to all come in, my guides, in unconditional love, clarity, clear guidance from Source, and anybody that wishes to speak through me, through the vibration of love. Actually, they're saying that I need to get my tuning fork. That's more to do with the meditation at the end, which I'm going to record later. I'll add that on when it gets dark. I've been told to do it when it's a bit darker. Right. So what is this 1111 portal? What's going to be coming up? What would you like to say about it, Spirit? What would you like to share with us? I'm going to leave it open to you. Okay, that's interesting. So these cards have actually got crystals on them as well. Oh, actually, they've got planets on them. I've not seen that before. Okay. What's the portal about, this specific portal? Actually, they're just saying talk about these cards first. Okay. So what I really love about these cards is what pulled me in was the colour. So there's an element of real purity, and actually the candles that I chose around this are all pink and blush pink. And what was interesting was on the left side of like the altar, the table, Spirit were guiding me to put things, so like my rose quartz, which is for the heart, it's for the opening of the heart chakra, it's for the healing of the heart chakra, it's very gentle energy. The bigger rock that I've got here went on to what we are clearing and then what we're coming into. And what was interesting was on the right side of the table was I put my blush candle there and the light went out, and I thought that was very symbolic of things going out in our world where the dark's trying to put the light out. But I just went and got a tea light and put it in, and I was like, didn't think, I'm not going to allow anybody to put my light out, and neither should you. Right, so the first card that we got is healing, and this is Chiron. So this is to do with the healing of our planet. What a beautiful card. It's so stunning. So that's the first card that we got. We also got Desert Jasper, and this is resolve. So be willing to search for resolutions, be willing to open up your hearts and mind to resolution as well. And then we actually got the trust card, and this is ammonite. What I love is it's showing us crystals here that maybe I've never seen before as well. And the desert jasper, sorry, I'm actually realising with these cards, it's actually got spirit quartz and chiron. It's actually got the planet and the crystal, and I think this is what corresponds to the planet and the crystal together, the resonance. Desert jasper and Vesta, which is stunning. And then we've got Palace and Ammonites, and this is Trust. So I'm just going to see what Spirit wants to show us with these cards. So this is 33, so interesting, 33, 32 and 31. So it's like there's something that we're going back in this, what the energy of that for me is going back to reclaim something that's ours. This portal is opening up something that we haven't lost. It's something that's always been within us, but we are igniting it. We're igniting our power and a part of ourselves that maybe we've hidden before, in order to really move forward on the path that we've always dreamed that we want to live in and within. Right, so 33. So the spirit quartz is a crystal of harmony and alignment. So we're bringing in harmony and alignment in this 1111 portal. It's a bridge between you and your spiritual power or path, as it has extremely powerful and high vibrational energies. Don't you just love it when a plan comes together, guys? It's all about power, isn't it? So these energies through each and every point on the stone, and it revitalizes and cleanses and clears blockages, elongating the effects of spiritual healing work. I think I need to get one of these spirit quartz. I'm really attracted to that colour. It's a great tool to use at home or at work in a group environment in which you need to inject balance, harmony and healing. So this is actually stone that you can connect with the higher realms when you're in meditation, because it enhances psychic energies. It activates, opens and connects to all of your body's chakras, removing all blockages so that you are open and receptive to healing. So the affirmation here is, I allow Chiron to show me my wounds and find strength within my healing journey. So maybe for some people what this card is showing us is that there might be a bit of, you've got maybe, you think that you're blocked about receiving healing, or maybe, well, why would this work for me? Because I don't see spirit like, say, people think maybe that I do, and I feel it. I've seen stuff, but I don't see it like a lot of the books really focus on it, like they've had apparitions, and that kind of used to annoy me in the early days of me walking this path when I was transitioning out of my previous career. I've had loads of careers while I've done this work. I think sometimes people are a bit shocked that this is what I've always done, like I've been hiding it when I haven't. I've never really been very public about it, hence why I've not really been a lot on social media. But what we need to know is that the way that we will have our spiritual alignment and experience our connection to the divine is different. For some people it's through prayer, for some people it's through yoga. So I think what I just want to say with this portal is it's open to anyone and everyone from any background, creed, belief system to receive healing. If you go for a massage or a chiropractic treatment, or for you go to a 12-step meeting, you go to the knitter natter days, so they've got them around here, which I think is very cute. So people they're not isolated and lonely. As people get older, they lose people, they lose their partners, and then they feel isolated and alone, and their families might be too busy to see them. And then there's these clubs, and these are all little circles and places where we can receive healing. So like Spirit is saying, think about it like that. There's a lot of misnomers about spiritual activation and healing, that it has to have this complex language and understanding, and it doesn't. All it needs is a receptive heart and mind, and to just go in and a lot of people, when they receive healing, they don't feel anything when they're in it. It's after the effect. So, which is interesting because we've got the Resolve card now here, and this is Desert Jasper. So this is 32. So let's have a look what this is all about in here. It's just such beautiful cards. They've got such a gentle energy about them, and I think this is why I felt really pulled towards them. And of course, the postman delivered them today, which is what Spirit told me was going to happen. And what was interesting was I had to nip out. And as I went outside, he was coming up with his trolley. And he's like, don't know if I can get into the building. And he did. When I got home, they were here. So this is just a reminder to say your strength and discernment have led you this far. There's no right or wrong decisions. It's just saying here, there is an underlying confidence that you have what it takes to get you through any situation along the journey. So this portal is going to strengthen any, feeling that you've had within, that sometimes you might feel like the outer world doesn't match it. And this portal that you're going to work through is really going to help you to build the strength to step fully onto that pathway. No one else has been where you have been, and no one else is able to give you the answers. So you must have faith and belief in yourself and your resolve. It's the most beneficial. So Vesta holds pure fiery goddess energy that is representation of igniting your inner flame, fueling your aspiration to achieve and accomplish. Vesta is your potential at its finest. It is your life force and your essence, and will make you understand that all the decisions you've made up to this point have brought you to this very moment. This is a grounding frequency as well. It will center your mind, allowing you to connect your head and heart while making your decisions you can feel enthusiastic about. I am confident and secure with the decisions I've made so far and will make in the future. Again, that's a nod to sovereignty. It's saying, actually, I have the resolve to believe in myself and to have confidence, and actually to look at my past and see that it was actually necessary, and to not carry that baggage forward. And then we've got the Trust card. I'm getting really, really hot now, so I just want to know, like, I can feel the energies building. So this is actually the energy of Pallas, the planet Pallas. Right, okay. So it says here, this trust in the unknown and intangible will profoundly strengthen your ability to draw closer to you and what you desire. If you think of things as being unachievable or unrealistic, then that's how they will stay. So this was named after Athena, goddess Pallas, the goddess Pallas Athena. And Athena is very headstrong. She was very much like, they always, a bit like Diana, they always see her as individual. She's not like Aphrodite, where she's surrounded by, Diana was very much the leader with animals, and in the natural kingdom. And she's out, she likes being free and being a leader and a trailblazer. Athena is very strong. She's not really, she's a warrior. She's very much in balance with her masculine energy and feminine energies, but she doesn't waver. That's her vibration. So, okay. So it says the stone on here, Ammonites, pushes your spiritual growth and development along by offering insight that allows you to see the entire picture. So you can sit in a space in which you can truly tap into your intuition and use your trust in the universe muscle. Ammonites will bring clarity and offer karmic redemption. So this just says to me, we're healing, okay, things that have been in the past, and to trust that this is what we need to move forward in. But this goes a bit more deeper than this with this 1111 portal. It's also to do with the vibrational energies that we're carrying that no longer serve us. They're just in our bodies. And the Spirit is saying, yes, we can always do the healing work with them on our own, but it's more powerful as a group. And they're saying that many of us right now in the world are being connected by our light activation. Like for me, the energy today is very much white light, but also pink. It's working with the vibration of light. the power of light. And what the Spirit was saying to me is lots of people have doing group meditations, they're doing group healings, and our language is light. So we're actually connecting with each other on a soul level that we're not even or probably consciously aware of. And we are actually activating something together on the planet, but also within ourselves. We're all crossing this portal together, and there will be some people that will not want to do it, which is absolutely fine. We don't judge people who are not maybe aware or awake, whatever you want to name it. But what was interesting was what was being healed and what was being activated on my setup was they actually asked me to put this, I've got a sleep candle, and they actually asked me to light it and to put all the energy of love more on that side to activate what's been asleep, what's been latent, maybe because it wasn't the right time for it to be activated, you weren't ready, all the elements in your life weren't set up. I always see sometimes divine timing like a row of Skittles dominoes. Once one falls, everything else follows on. Right, so one more card they're saying. I don't want to get my new book wet on my spillage there. So any more cards, please, Spirit, messages for the 1111 portal. What we're walking through, what do you want us to know? The 1111 portal. Okay. Right, so they're asking us to be adaptable. So it's going to open up our ability to be flexible in our lives. This is what this energy is going to provide us walking through this portal. It's also going to help us to build strong boundaries. So what's not right, what's not for us, what's not with us. And it's not that we're just going to throw the baby out with the bathwater. What they're saying is there's going to be a very clear, definitive boundaries. We know what we're aligning with and what we're not, and we just won't. Many of us moving forward won't really spend our time and our energy. We'll find it much easier to disconnect. They're saying again, see when you stand in your sovereign power, you activate this energy of knowing, like, look, I just get on with it. It's like the Queen or the King. And I got another message. There's something that happened today as well that I wanted to share with you, and I've forgotten, and it was a message about a king. What was it now? It'll come back to me anyway. But I got a message, and it was to do with the king of something, and it was about being the king in your own life, being your own inner authority. That's more to do with saying no, boundaries. Again, that's South Node, Labradorite. Excuse me if I can't say this right. I might actually hold this card out because one of the packs that they put on the table, that crystal was on it, and it's a very, very strong crystal. I remember this is actually what Labradorite looks like. Well, the one that I've got looks like, and this was a gift from my lovely friend in Ireland. And I once was sleeping with this next to my bed, and I was like, my friend was like, Ange, that is so strong. And I tell you what, it wiped me out. I was quite heady with it. She said I wouldn't advise sleeping it. It's very, very strong clearing stone. But again, this is linked to boundaries, and this is with the adaptability, we've got lace agate, which is a more gentler stone. And then we've got perspective, which is Larimar and Neptune. So we're going to get some sight through this portal as well. There's going to be things opening up, things that we haven't seen. Things are going to be unveiled after we've walked through the portal in the coming weeks and months. Right, okay, guys, so I'm going to put this stone down. Right, I'm going to put the Labradorite there so I remember it. And I forgot to say as well, I will pull, let me see how I go, but I was going to pull an Astral Realms card message for you for this portal as well, so I'm going to have to put that back in. Right, okay, that's fine. Right, okay, so let's have a look how we're doing for time. So already we're starting now. with the first door. Okay, so door 1 was a partial doorway, and what this doorway, Spirit was saying there's more to be revealed with this doorway. So if you've chosen this doorway, but also there was Buddha and Ganesh on the right hand side of the doorway. So what they were saying is to stay calm, and that Lord Ganesha, if you believe in, Ganesh, he would be, or if you've got a connection to elephants, he would be somebody to work with energetically to clear the blocks away. He's great when you're travelling. I used to call on him regularly. And this path was cleared, so using the creativity oracle for this doorway, and this was cleared with smoky quartz. And it was just the message that I got when I looked at that door. Again, you might get something else for yourself, was that to stay calm, that the blocks are being cleared for you. Right, okay. So Spirit, for doorway 1, let's put the camera down. You can see what I'm shuffling here. So this is for doorway 1. That was it. They're making me laugh. These silk placemats that I've got, it made me laugh because they were like, get the new ones out. You never use them. You've got them in a box, and I pulled them out. And I bought these in King Power in Singapore, and I thought, yeah, those are going on the table today, King Power. I mean, it just all makes sense. Right, so this is for doorway number 1. What's the message for the 1111 doorway? Right, okay, and that one as well, they're saying, because it flipped over. Okay, lovely, great. Okay, so courage. Have the courage to see the lessons, all the situations, and face them constructively. So if I just give you the card on the pack here, and this is a cheetah, isn't it? It's one of the fastest animals on the earth, that walks the earth, as far as I know. So there's a link to that as well with this animal. But it says courage, wounds, and confidence. So the next card is wounds. Withheld support from the past can cause low self-esteem that cripples action. So I really want to say to you guys that this doorway is going to help you to open up, receiving more support. And actually that maybe going through this doorway, it's about letting go of those stories where you've not received help because of whatever reason. Spirit is saying, do you need to know the reasons behind everything? Will it help you to heal? I think what I pick up around this is that you already know what those are. You've been through it enough. You've been around the block enough times, they're saying. And then you've got, just to show you the picture on the back of this card as well. Again, you can pause the video at any point, guys, if you want to have a look over anything. And then you got the confidence card, a 7 here. Know and feel this affirmation beyond a doubt. I am all that I need to get what I want. Okay? And look, the cheetah is fast moving through those wounds, and then out comes the tiger with so this is a tiger for me. I really relate courage to the tiger, to be fair, but there's a reason this has come out the way. There's no mistakes. And actually, I'm feeling like this is a secret to your success, doorway 1, because it's almost like you know, you've been asking for help maybe, or you've wanted to receive something or open up to things in your life, or ability to manifest, and it's based upon your ability to be able to receive help. And it could be that those stories from the past, if it's in a family line of just overdoing, overthinking, over taking care of everybody else and not yourself, have the courage and the confidence to heal those wounds. Okay, guys, so that is your message, group number 1. So I'm just going to move the camera back up now. So the messages are going to obviously be coming in short and sweet here. So let's put those cards away. And now I'm going to move on to group number 2. So doorway number 2 was the celestial doorway. So this is actually a beautiful picture of a silk handkerchief. So a lot of these pictures have got stories as well. So this doorway was all about physically bringing to form your creations from in the mind to in the hands. That's what they showed me. Now, I actually did clear. So sorry, going back to group 1 as well, I forgot to say to you, I cleared that with the smoky quartz. So group number 2, I cleared your stone with the stone I can't say, but it's actually on the top of the pack. How weird is that? Labradorite. Sorry, I can't say it. This stone, which is very strong. So there's something about maybe needing to ground with this group. So you have the Heal Yourself cards. So, which are these? So you've got the Heal Yourself cards by Ina Segal. The first pack of cards actually were by Monty Farber and Amy, what's her name? Amy Zerner. She's got a lovely second name, right? So, Heal Yourself cards. So this is for, so the Celestial doorway number 2 spirit. So what's the message for them for this 1111 portal? Thank you so much. Okay, wow. Letting go. Anything else? That's interesting. So you got the card of letting go. So there is stuff, I mean, look at all the shadows in the past. And this is ancient past as well. This is a powerful letting go for you guys in doorway number 2. And actually, this is what you're opening up to. Being clear, a clear communicative channel with yourself. There's quite a lot of Piscean energy around this doorway, which can be quite watery. And it can be a bit... it's all dreamlike, but how does that turn from concept down into physical reality, into matter? And it's about being clear for you guys, but it's also about being wild. So there's an element of this letting go that's going to free up your energy, and I don't know what that means. I think it's just something you're going to experience because it's individual for everybody else, and I don't want to cap it for anybody here. I don't want to limit it with my own words and language, but a big part of clarity for you, and actually with your relationships as well, is about being clear about what it is that you want first, and having your sovereignty with this divine doorway is about being able to speak up for what you need, but also saying that to other people in a way where you don't fear. So if there's been trauma in the past for you, where there's been, if I speak up, I'll get, like if somebody was a child, if I speak up, I'll get hit, or I'll get, scolded, or I'll get a rage from a caregiver. A child will learn from a very young age, well, actually, it's not safe for me to have a voice, so I'll go invisible. So there's a freedom that's coming for you that you haven't maybe experienced before. That's pretty awesome, guys. Okay, so we're now at 3303, so I'm going to put that down for doorway number 3. So you guys have got the fairy door. I don't know if anybody's chosen this. This is what I've called it. So this is with a little door with the light inside, and this was all about entering into comfort and warmth. And also connecting into your inner light. So for you guys, you have got the Priestess of Light Oracle, and which makes sense really about activating your own inner light. So let's just see and the fairy door, that was cleared with a Celestine stone, which is very much linked to Archangel Michael, courage and strength, excuse me. So what's the message for Divine Doorway number 3, the fairy door, please, Spirit? Thank you so much. These cards take their time to come out. When you're ready. Gosh, there's such a thing coming out, these cards, guys. Love these cards. I mean, they've just got new cards now, something to play with. Is there anything else with the fairy door? Anything else for the fairy door? No, that's it. That's what you're getting. You're getting 2 cards, guys. It's short and sweet. So your first card is Shamanic Journey, Purpose and Attunement, and Vision Quest. So this could be awakening to a purpose that maybe you haven't seen before. It's being revealed to you during this time, because you've also got the adjustment card looking back, moving forward. So there is wisdom still to be almost collected, a bit like the bone collector card in the Collect Baron Reed. Is it in the Goddess of the Shaman Oracle? No, it's not. I think it's in the map. I don't know. It's one of her card packs, sorry. But she has a card called the Bone Collector, and it's like the wisdom in the bones. It's like everything gets back down to the bare bones. So everything gets stripped back, but that's actually where the wisdom and the strength really lies. It's solidified in the bones, and again it links back to the Bone Girl story with Clarissa Pinkola, Estes Pinkola. Everybody gets her name the wrong way around, but she has a similar story that she tells for healing with the Bone Girl who comes to life. She awakens. There's an awakening coming in the life of the person that she connects to. So what I would say what I'd say to the number 3 group is there's something that either that happened in your past, or there's something that you were given as spiritual guidance in your past, and it's going to be brought back to you because it's something that you need to take in your journey moving forward. So it's a bit like, when you go for a reading, like a friend said to me recently, I did a reading for her and Spirit came through with stuff that she wasn't expecting. And pretty soon after the reading, it got put right in front of her. When it happened, she didn't think, oh, that's what Spirit said in the reading with Ange. It was just, she went home and then the penny drops and she was like, and it was literally word for word. And I don't want to say it's like that, but it could be like that for some people, where you're trying to do something or you're moving forward in your path, you're creating something, and there's like the last piece of the jigsaw puzzle that's going to fall into place. Because with a shamanic journey, you get escorted down into the underworld because it's where the wisdom is. We don't chuck everything out with the bones. That's where the wisdom is. So when everything, and this might not sound lovely, but the flesh on the bones, like the Bone Girl story, and she dies, but actually the bones come back to life because that's where the story is, that's where the information is, that's where the wisdom is. So it's a bit like with a shamanic journey, we go into, because we reclaim the lost parts of our soul that are there. It's within there, it's within us, but we've got to go into the underworld and go in safely and go with a shaman who can take us with our own shaman, because actually it gives us the inner sight. We have to see the dark and know what it is in order to heal it. We also need to, like with this portal, we have to be willing to see the darkness in our world to work through into the light, guys. So yeah, your message there is quite deep and meaningful, but that's just the message that comes through. So for whoever needs it, guys, but beautiful cards here. Shamanic journey and adjustment. It might be that you'll feel like this is a shamanic journey for you, this portal, but it will give you the adjustment that you've really felt that you've needed. Maybe you felt you've been looking back too much, but actually this might be a looking back that might actually close that doorway forever, and you can feel that you can really move on in your life in whatever ways and means. Right, guys, so that was for door number 3, wasn't it? Right, okay, so door number 4, I'm just writing down the timings because I don't have a secretary to help me. Right, okay, so now we're on to door number 4, which I'm calling this the Balinese door. So this is a beautiful house in Bali, actually, and it's in Ubud, and this was this is actually for the divine and feminine cards. Where are they? Divine Feminine cards by Megan Watterson, and these cards we're going to use were cleared by the Twin Flame crystal. I'm sorry, I don't know the name of this, but I bought this from a crystal shop that's a Gaelic named crystal shop in County Mayo, and the guy that runs it is like, he's a real fairy energy, and he just knows every crystal of every rock. And he was like, that's da da da, and it just went right over my head. But anyway, right, so this is the doorway of rest and recuperation, to go slow and gentle. And then it was interesting when, so they told me to put the cards out on the table, and then it was afterwards they said, right, this is actually the order you're going to do the readings, because you don't do things and think about it when you work with spirit. A lot of the time it's just, you just do it like just playfully. I don't really like to use the word mindfully. Your energy just tells you what you need to do, right? So it's interesting that you got the Divine Feminine, and this doorway represents resting and recuperating. And what the sense I get with this doorway is, you don't need to put everything you've got with where you're heading in the way that you thought that you did. You can actually create and do what you want to do, but in a much more gentler, slower fashion, and it's going to manifest the same. That I got that as a real strong energy around this, the Balinese door. The Balinese door. Right. So what's the message, please? I swear you can't make this stuff up. So you got Hestia, the goddess of sanctuary. Okay. No matter where I am home. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me. So, I mean, what's on top of the pack is you've got Saraswati, which is the goddess of self-knowledge. The essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. Is there anything around this energy of rest? And so I feel for you, there's going to be a lot of healing received. It's like, right, wow, you got Sekhmet, Isis, whoa, Saint Bridget. You got Saint Bridget twice, guys. So whoever has picked this, it's so interesting because some of the doorways are Celtic links, some of them, but yet they're crossing over. I love this with the messages. So you got Sekhmet, the red lady. I am pure strength. I honour my anger by giving voice to it. So it's like for you, there's a rest that allows you to generate the energy that you need to release. People don't realise when you go through a physical body detox, you need the energy to do it. That's why sometimes doing a body detox when you're ill isn't really a kind thing to do to your body. You need to work with where you're at. And actually, I was listening to Anthony William the other day, and I know people think he's controversial, but I think there's a lot of compassion to his process. And he was talking about, if you have a day where it's not a good day, he said, fine. He said, tomorrow's another day. You get off the wheel and you don't berate yourself. And he said, you just start with where you're at tomorrow. And he gives people options. It's not the extreme, limited food program that even I thought it was. But this is interesting actually, because I feel like the message I want to tell you, I'm just going to put the camera down here. The message that I want to tell this group is that if you take the sanctuary, if you take the rest and stop trying to figure it out yourself in your head, there is a regaining of your strength. You've got Isis, you've got the only goddess that you don't have is Hathor with the Egyptian trilogy. So Isis is all about, the sexual energy is sacred. Isn't that a beautiful card? I love the depiction of her in this card. So sexual energy is sacred. My pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. So there's a recovery going on here for this doorway. And then you've got Saint Bridget and Bridget. So I just feel, so this for me is like the protector, the Celtic protector. I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. So it's a remembering of who you are and your power. Bridget, the goddess of the eternal flame. I am the eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. So I want to say for you, whatever healing you receive, it's like you are being stopped for some reason, to stop rushing around, overdoing, overgiving, rush, this energy, this hectic energy. It's like, no, actually, your answers are by doing the opposite. And maybe that's what this portal for you is about, is healing this need to think that you have to constantly be giving your energy out to get back. And actually what Spirit is saying, it's actually quite the opposite. It's going within and it's resting and taking the rest and listening to your body, allowing your light to be restored in your energy body. And actually this is going to help you moving forward. Right, guys, that's absolutely lovely. So that was for group 4. God, I'm only on number 4. I'm going to be here forever, aren't I? But I don't mind. I love doing this work. Right, group 4. So now we are going to move on to group 5. So group 5, which is, okay. So group 5, you have the Celtic walkway. So it's more like a walk through, not a doorway opening up. So what I heard with this is it's walking into inner knowledge and sight, and what you're looking for you already have, and it's right in front of you, but you might not see it right now, but there's a short period. And that green light, which is obviously the garden outside, they just showed me the green light activating. Now the green light is the lower heart chakra. So this is like, we're healing our heart. And pink energy it's like the higher heart chakra. So it's like where we've done the forgiveness, sometimes you say this and you think, because sometimes it is hard to forgive, but I just want to say there's a lot of healing around the heart here. And actually, you got given the Muse deck and the clear quartz, which actually is for physical healing, clear quartz. Physical clearing in the body. Yeah, so it's just saying like green is illuminating. It's just saying stay strong. It's like a rock. It's a solid rock walkway. Stay true to yourself was the message here. Right, so what's the message for the Celtic walkway doorway, number 5? Okay. Thank you, Muse. Ooh, you're not having all of those. There's a whole big pack of the cards that came out there. Now remember, take this into the context of whatever you're picking up on, because what it could be is that you're transmutating whatever you pick up through listening to your message, and you're thinking, actually, that's what I want to resonate with that more. Right, so this is for number 5, group number 5. Okay, so there's a lot going on here. So I'm not going to give you a full reading here, because it's just going to take too long. Oh, bless, that's gorgeous, right. Ooh, I'm just feeling a lot of energy around my heart with this group. Yeah, a lot of energy. So I'm just going to show you the cards. I'm not going to do these in detail, guys, but you've got the Ace of Voices. So this can be being clear cut. This can be clearing out, and especially around the head here. But I'm actually feeling with you guys, it's around the heart. But there's blessings here. The star's coming through for you. So the star always brings a lot of upliftment. It's known as being one of the best cards in the pack when you're reading the tarot. Now, what I want to say is that this is more to do with what's going on in the background. But the Spirit is saying that this is going to come in quicker than what you expect. So the 7 emotions is a bit like, when we're looking down and we're like, well, which choice will I make? There's so much going on. I don't really know how to make a choice. And actually what they're saying is this Ace of Inspiration is going to come in. So there's a lot of new starts coming in for you as a group. The 9 of Materials, so it's to do with work, it's to do with building, it's to do with money, it's to do with physical support in the world. It's what we go out and we do and how we earn our money. But around this, you've also got the Muse of Emotion. So it's something that's going to bring in a happy elevation for you in your life. So if we think, whatever it is, there's something that you already know that either you're going to bring clarity around this for yourself during this time, or you are going to get that resolve to go, yeah, I'm just ready to do it now. And you've got the Queen of Materials and the Three of Materials. So this is building again. I mean, to have, you've got such beautiful cards here. So the Queen is just like, she's a very successful woman. Now again, you could be a bloke, and this could mean success with you by using your creative abilities. But also you've got the Three of Materials. It's about collaborating. So there's a happy collaboration here, or coming together of groups of people that you either work with or you connect with on a deeper level, because the Muse of Emotions is there. I mean, I'm trying to do this as generically as possible because I want to include everybody. But I just, for you guys, this Celtic walkway is that you've already done a lot of the work that you need to do. You've already, there's a ball, or there's something in motion. You've already set the ball in motion. It's already happened, and it's just a matter of staying true, staying strong, and just maybe building the last piece of, I don't even want to say it's you need to do anything, but there's something around just having that resolve and knowing within yourself that this is what you're going to do is the right thing. Because sometimes we can be a bit like, well, I'm not going to do it until like I know it's going to definitely work. And you can't live your life like that, because you have to take risks. See, it's interesting actually, because the Five of Emotions is like, I'm frozen. I'm not going to do anything until I know everything's in place. And it doesn't work that way, especially as you go deeper and deeper on this path. Your muscles get stronger and stronger. So sometimes there can be more agility required, and I think that's why we've got the flexibility and the adaptability. But yeah, that is a lovely message there for group 5. So yeah, so maybe it's clearing away your own feelings of, I want to say, failure, fear of failure, fear of trying to do everything perfectly. Right, thank you, Muse. So that was for group 5. Right, now we're on group 6. So that's 5236. I'm not going to remember all this, guys. I write down these numbers, but I mean, look, I could go through the video and do it then, but to be honest, it takes a wee while, because you've got to pull out all the cards, and I've got everything ready. Right, so card number 6 was actually inside a church. So this was a picture inside Guggenbarra in Ireland. I think it's the smallest church in Ireland. It's in the most beautiful, mystical place in the middle of nowhere. Many of you might know it if you're Irish. And I had to laugh because the cards that are with this are the Mary Magdalene. So obviously that's a nod to the Catholic Church, but I don't really associate Mary Magdalene with the Catholic Church because of the way that she was vilified. But this is all about creating sacred space, this doorway. So either looking to create one or to visit one in order to strengthen your own divine connection. So this is what the message was with doorway number 6. And this was cleared with a citrine stone. So citrine is very much linked with the solar plexus, which is the power center in the body, but also the power to choose, the power to create, the power to know. Right, so Mary Magdalene, what messages do you have for the sacred space doorway? Wow. Powerful cards here, guys. So let me just put the camera down for you here. So you have transformation. So there's this ability and this portal for you to transform, taking the mask off, seeing the real you, and Gaia. So Gaia is, for me, Gaia can be really linked to like the universe and expansion. It's the explosion. It was like the Big Bang, and then the world got created. Just put that into perspective here with the cards that you've got. So there's a transformation of you on a very deep level, and maybe it could be that sacred space is needed in your life. Space is needed energetically, not physically, but energetically. When we do that, it's more to do with how we spend our time and energy, who, where, what, why. And when there is a transformation happening, it's a bit like, say, if we were once, I don't know, an alcoholic, and then we give up alcohol because we know it's going to be like a slow suicide continuing to drink. So a person gives up alcohol, and then they know that they can no longer be in those environments that facilitated that behaviour. This is a very extreme example, but you kind of catch what I'm saying there. It's metaphorical. This is about a connection opening up for you. And it's a beautiful one at that, because the Gaia card is to connect with all that is, that all that lives and breathes, that's sentient, that exists in our world. And it's transformative. So there's an opening up for this. This looks like to me an awakening for some people with that space. And it's beautiful because the miracles card is on the top of the pack as well. But also Mary Magdalene really works with people who have gone through some really difficult times, especially when it comes to sexual trauma, sexual wounds, healing in the area of relationships, broken hearts, where people have felt banished, where they've been excluded. She is like, if you think about Mary Magdalene as the tantric sex practitioner, she is the teacher of divine sacred sexuality with ourselves and with each other. So there's an expansion here for you guys, and that's what I can tell you with that number 6 doorway, which is lovely. So congratulations to everybody so far. Right, I love the Mary Magdalene cards though, because there's just something, again, there's different energies with all the different cards, isn't there? Right, okay, so we're now on to 5721. We're doing all right for time. Why didn't I do this? Just write the times next to the names of the doors. Right, so now we are on, what cards are we on? Have I even written down the cards? This is what makes me laugh. Yeah, I couldn't even see the pack that I was going to work with. So gateway or portal number 7 is the Venus door, they've called it. So this is because this is a doorway in Greece, in Santorini, and actually my friend owns this place, and it's where a lot of people go to stay when they get married. It's actually beautiful, and he's a lovely person, self-made, started with nothing, and then him and his partner just bought places and did them up on Santorini. Anyway, you've got the Work Your Light cards, which is, if have you ever been to Santorini? There is, the light is just incredible coming off the sky, out the water. It is just, you go to Santorini and you feel like you've just got an upgrade in your physical feeling, in your just having the sunlight on your skin. The water is crystal clear. It's such a magical place. And also there's a link to mermaids here, because there's a mermaid on the doorway. So right, so this was cleared with the amethyst heart, okay? And I want to say that it's got striations in it, actually. I don't know if you can see that, but holding up to the light, 1, 2, 3. So I don't know if you've had 3 major heart breaks. Now, this doesn't have to be romantic. It can be from loss, 3 major losses. But the message I got with this was that it's you have a very strong heart which has cleared and it's learnt a lot about loss, and you have an ability to love very deeply. Now you can say this about everybody, but for this particular doorway it was very, very strong. So what's the message for the Venus door? Doorway number 7, please. Right, that just came out straight away. Wow. There is a bit of a theme going on, those guys, with the messages, and I think it's just because the portal is so strong. Right, so you got leap. You go first and the universe will catch you. I mean, leap into the unknown, quite often it is. But you've got trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So there's something you already know that you're itching to do, or you want to explore it maybe, or there's something that I think your shadow side is trying to sabotage in this picture, because I just feel like that person there is like, yeah, completely in their sovereign cape, but there's something like two voices in the back going, yeah. It could be people around you going, well, why do you want to do that? And I always remember somebody in my family saying to me, I'd made a decision to move country and I had no logic behind it. I just knew I needed to go there. And these are always the best decisions because they're made with your intuition. You don't know at the time, and I'm not a reckless person, the planning I had to do, because I was moving from one foreign country to another anyway. The amount of questions, why do you want to do that? And I remember just stood there and I just was like, I'm having to calm you down. You're stressing me out. If I listen to that and I'm thinking, hang on here, you're a grown adult. And I thought, this is nothing to do with me. It's to do with why you haven't done the things in your life that you wanted to do, because you don't take the risk. You don't trust the gut. And we all know what happens when we don't trust our gut afterwards. We know there's always a learning in it, isn't there? And there's always a coulda, woulda, shoulda, but then another opportunity turns up. But not always. But what I want to say to you is shut out. Maybe it's time to shut out the voices. Maybe your sovereign path moving forward is to really, really attune and listen to your own inner voice. Because again, Venus is it's Aphrodite energy, and Aphrodite is she's very floating, she's very impressionable. As a goddess, she's very much, bowled over, and then things don't turn out to be what she thought they were because she believed what everybody said to her. There's a bit of that energy going on. But I just see in this picture, I mean, it could be different. It could be just that you want the support from above and your connection to reaffirm to you about your decision-making process, because there's a choice here. There's a decision that's being made. There's a change that's being instigated that's quite big here. And you've got the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, Soul Tribe. So I feel like for you, this portal is you walking across with your tribe, your people, and what that's going to facilitate in the coming days and weeks is that it's going to confirm what you knew was the right thing for you. And the missing piece was just to go, right, I'm just going to jump. I'm just going to do it. What have I got to lose? Nothing. I've got everything to gain. And you know what? What's on top of the pack of the cards but the protection? Call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval. I think that's linked to your message. Group number 7. Right, brilliant. Thank you so much. That's a lovely message. Right, let's move these cards. And now we are on to group number 8. And this is the creative archway, we've called this. So this was the small elongated archway. And actually the glass on this archway is flowers, it's leaves. So you have the Starseed Oracle, and these were cleansed by a stone, which I don't even know what it's called. Where has it gone? I've put it down somewhere. but it's my galactic stone. Oh, here you go. You're hiding. Don't have a clue what this is called. Something tight, something with IT at the end because it's got a metallic structure. But I call this my galactic stone, hiding away. So this is the discovery of creative expression through the arts, and it's drawing natures and flowers, especially as a way to relax. That's what your message was, number eight, gateway number 8. So for the creative archway, please, Starseed Oracle. Maybe it is that you're a starseed and you're starting to realise that. Message for 1111. Message for 1111. It's going to start going dark soon. Be sat here in the dark doing cards. Still be happy out. Right, okay. So we've got, I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. Okay. I'm sorry, defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. Wow, so there's a heal. This is what's coming for you in this 1111. So there's a healing coming up. And Hiraeth, I always pronounce this, apologies. Longing for home and homesick for the stars. So you're definitely a starseed, group 8. Let's have a look at these. So there could be a change coming that uproots your situation and might mean things, I don't want to say coming apart, but you know, sometimes people think this is not the life I'm meant to be and I'm meant to be. So, or things could be happening around you to show you this, and it could be slightly uncomfortable, but actually what's coming out is it's just filled with light. It's actually going to bring you home to yourself. So there's some, I don't know whether group 8, you've deviated from your soul plan, which as I say that with a lot of lightness, because we never really deviate from our soul plan. I've been told this a couple of times and I just thought, and I knew when, this is why I'm saying it to you like this. So it could be like we go off to learn something because there's never any mistakes. So we go off and we marry this person or we take this, but it's never a mistake. It's just we go off and we put something on our tree of life. It's on one of the branches, but then that branch now, it's time for that. It's withered, it's old, it's dying, and it's now time to go up the tree and go on to another branch that we have set for ourselves that we know we want to experience. And that could be being awakened around this 1111 pathway for you. There's a remembrance about maybe even past life or things that you said you were going to come down here and do. But I also want to say to you with this card, I'm getting this is about grief. Maybe towards like grief that it's not been expressed. Or the feeling I'm getting around this card is a feeling of grief that's coming from something that I didn't do. So the righting of past wrongs is where you were wronged and it's now going to get righted. This is what I want to say to you around this. I don't feel like this is, oh, you're going to go, right, I've just extreme circumstances. I don't get that. I just feel like there's things that have happened to you that have been, they could be perceived as being unnecessary and cruel. But what I want to say to you is it's a bit like it's strengthened the bark of your tree. So these experiences that you've had, however painful they've been, have actually they've helped you to grow a protective skin that you almost kind of needed to protect your gentle heart. But also for some people, there's going to be a move coming as well with this card. The uprooting is actually a change of residence, because the longing for home. All right, okay. So this is what I'm getting more on this. It's like I need to move from where I'm. the area where I used to live and where I was, it's over. It's not for everybody. This will be for some people. This could be in a certain element of your life. So take this metaphorically. That's done now. Been there, done it. It's over. The energy's just gone from it. And it could be a place where you've not been very well treated, or, you know, in a job, it can be where you've worked in a company, they've just taken the mick out of your creativity and your gifts or whatever it is that you do. You've not been paid sufficiently, and it's time to go because it's making you long for something new, longing for something where you belong, where you fit in, where it feels right. And it's not like fitting in or to please or anything like that. No, this is you fit in because you feel respected and appreciated, because the moral, ethical and qualitative standards are there. So it's working or being around people and collaborators who just do the right thing. It's that simple. So they'll pay a person what the job's really worth. They won't just try and put, like, we've all worked at places like that and we don't last long because the resentfulness just builds up. And actually, sometimes it's good to say, you know what, thank you so much for the lesson and learning with this. This is brilliant, but I don't belong here. I'm sorry, this is not right for me. I remember who I am. I remember what I deserve, which is exactly what I'm putting in. It's about the karmic balance here. So there's a bit of like different things going on for this group, but it's a creative archway, so it's going to be different things in different ways, because creative thinking, creative solutions can be about so many different things, guys. Yeah, so that's brilliant. So well done, group 8. Right, now we are going to move on to, where are we at? We're on to group 9. Okay. Right, so group 9, you have the fairies deck. Fairies deck. And your cards were cleared by, I'm just looking at the message actually. Pink Soda Light. I don't actually know if this is, I think it's Soda Light, they said to me. Pink Soda Light. It's a small little stone, but does its job. And I want to say this doorway is about newness. So I got, for some people, this is about a new home or an upgrade to the castle. So when I say the castle, you know, they say like an English man's home is his castle. I mean, that's just here. I mean, don't know if they're saying Ireland or America, wherever you are. Whoa, your cards flew out straight away. I love this about the fairies. I'm just going to show you down here. They just flew out together, the 3 of them. So laughter, peace of mind and kindness. And this ties in with the message that I got for you. So you got the laughter card, peace of mind, and kindness. And maybe for you guys, what this portal is about being, you know, the heaviness of the last couple of years of throwing that off. Again, you know, this portal is also going to be about ancestral stories and the things that we tell ourselves that just aren't ours, that are in our bloodlines, that are in our energetic imprints. But this doorway was all about beautification, improvements of your existing physical life. So I feel a lot of lightness around this energy. I feel that it's uplifting. I feel like I'm lifted out of the heaviness, and I feel like there's an element of, where did I go wrong? Because everything feels so right. Like I'm lucky because it's that energy, like, you know, when people say, you know, I got a lucky escape, like I didn't go down that, I took all the right steps. There's just a degree of really good spiritual juice here. That's a terrible saying, isn't it? But I don't know. I just like being around this energy. So I don't know whether you're the group that likes minimalism, because I just feel like the energy flows in your home. But there could be another element where there's people that have chosen this doorway where it's now time to receive to receive an upgrade in your life, a beautification. Now, beautification is anything from redecorating your house to accepting gifts. And actually, I won't spoil it for the next group, but there's similar energies around here. It can be, getting your hair done and getting a facial, or changing your wardrobe, or I feel as well a link to colour here, bringing in more colour. I'm just going to ask the fairies more about these cards. I just feel happy times around this portal, happy times. Magic of nature. I mean, these are beautiful, really positive cards. This is for group 9, please. Look inside yourself and visualise. So I just feel like, problem resolved on the top. So I think for some people, maybe this hasn't been the case. So if you think laughter, peace of mind, kindness and the magic of nature, I mean, what else? Can they throw in a romance card there and a bit of cheese and wine, and you're set for life, aren't you? I'm just joking, but it's just, there's just a lovely energy around here. It's about good times, but I think there's a shift here around what I expect from life, what I get given, what I get to receive. But also I feel like these facets are coming into your life. Happy times, peace of mind is probably one of the best gifts life can give you. Or you can nurture within yourself, because when you've got peace of mind, again, linked to sovereignty, no one and nothing can waver you. It's like peace of mind allows you to operate, think clearly, make decisions very clearly. You don't tend to second guess yourself when you've got peace of mind. You kind of know what to do, when to do it and how to do it. It helps you really to be very tapped into your intuition. It's very difficult when you're in a panic mode. And we all know what that's like when we're being bombarded or in a traumatic situation that isn't of our own creation. It's very difficult, but I just feel like for you, there's a portal opening in which is based upon, it's based upon the reclaiming of the happiness of being alive. That's what I want to say to you. And I think that's all I've got for you, group 9. Sweetness and light, but there we go. Right, okay. So we're now on to group number 10. So doorway 10, which is the door of luxury, I got told. Now, some of my pictures that I did put up with doorways were based in Bali, and this is another one. And this is actually a doorway to a 5-star hotel. So there might be a bit of pampering or needed. But this was quite similar to group 9 in about accepting and living a beautiful life, that it's okay to accept that. Now you have the mythic oracle, and it was cleared by the rose quartz pendulum. So, right, okay. So this is about receiving more physical help as well, I got, and in the enhancement of your life. But I want to ask Spirit, what's the message for doorway number 10, the doorway of luxury? It's learning to receive. Sexuality. Oh, the laughter card's hidden from the fairies. I didn't put that away. Maybe that's linked to that, I don't know. Right, okay. Okay. This is quite interesting, actually. So, the first card that you got is Pan. Okay. Now, Pan can be a bit of a... I mean, he's a mythical creature, isn't he? But pan pipes. So it'd be like panpipe music. Getting a bit of a mixed bag with this doorway. It's not a bad thing, but I'm getting this almost like I don't want to receive the help energy. What do I want that for? It's like, so I'll just show you the cards. So we've got pansexuality, which is being more in touch with his sexual side, and it's beyond the mundane experience of productivity. And you've got Moira, which is destiny. So there's something, a destiny point here for you. You've got Aries, which is like Aries, the battle, and Pandora, hope. And the feeling I'm getting here is that, well, my battle is that, well, what's the point? I feel like there was a point where you gave up hope about stuff. You lost hope. But the spirit is saying that that's the time when they carry you and they're around you the most, but you don't necessarily feel it. But I feel there's a destiny point coming here, and it's all to do with reclaiming your raw animal nature, and it's about bringing balance in your life. It's about healing feelings of agitation and restlessness as well. And it's about embracing, feeling wild and being connected to life. It's about letting go of your worldly, like sometimes it's all like working and it's like you identify with being in a job or a role and being productive. And it's time to play, but there's a bit of a battle with this. It's like no, because if I don't, I've got to keep working. But that actually, what they're saying is you reaching a destiny point here where you can't receive more than what you need. I've got to say, I feel with this group, the energy that I'm getting as well is that you're the group that would be the first person to come and help other people. You're really strong givers. You give other people hope. What Spirit wants to bring in, they want to take the weariness off your back, is what I'm hearing. Can you see what's happening here? There's two people behind Maura here. Maura's here with a candle. And she's looking pretty okay. She's looking like she's regressed and she's gone back into her youth. She looks quite childlike. But can you see beyond here these two people? And they are cutting the cords. That is so interesting. They're cutting the cords like she's got this like string, but they're cutting the cords to it. So it's time to, like, some of you might just be starting a business and you're like, Angela, what are you talking about? It's not the time for me to be giving up whatever. But what I want to say is that part of your business and your inspiration for your work and your business is fueled by your creativity and playtime. And also, maybe if this area of life has been lacking, it's because the energy, like the tank, needs to be filled up. The energy in your body has run low because you just can't keep. It's like a bit like you don't take your car for a service. I mean, there's going to be build up in the fuel. The filters isn't there. You might get a puncture in your tyre. It could lead to something else. There might be an unforeseen situation in the engine that they could have preempted and fixed. So I feel like there's a destiny point. So whatever's showing up in your life, I want to say, it's asking of you to let yourself go in another way, to be open up to passion of life. It's like to get rid of any agitation or restlessness. It's a time to explore and play. You've got to do something different. It's a destiny point coming. You've got to mix this up. Group 10 is what I want to say. I'm actually feeling, not from everybody, but there's a couple of people I can really pick up. There's like pushback. There's like, But all I'm going to say to you is if you've had guidance before and you took a long time to listen to that, and then everything that Spirit were guiding to you happened, you've got to trust Spirit. So what I would say to you, Group 10, is with this portal is to trust Spirit and to build that trust within yourself, to work with them more and to be out of generic life and to build more connection with your inner child and your playful side. But also, because they're never wrong. And I don't say this in like a smarmy way or whatever, but I say it in a happy, beautiful way, because the people I've worked with, it's changed their lives. And that's why I'll always put myself out on the line and say whatever comes through, because at the end of the day, it might take somebody a few years, but look, often come back and go, you know what, wasn't that guidance, but like, oh my God, and then the penny drops and then they really start to believe and trust. And sometimes that's what happens. So maybe that's what's going on here, is that it's just same old. There's a battle about having hope here and having that upliftment feeling. I'm feeling a bit flat. This might not be for you. It might be for somebody around you and you're the messenger. It could be for one of your children, but it's time to get back into that explorative element of life. And for some people, it could be in their sexuality. It could be that that's maybe gone a bit flat and they're feeling like their energy is not feeling great. And actually, you do need a bit of pampering. You need a bit of TLC and a bit of love, maybe a decent massage, some touch. You know, not many people have had touch or sensuality if they're not in a relationship over this last couple of years. Like not being able to hug people, it's not normal. I mean, not everybody hugs, but everybody likes a cuddle, don't they? So, I mean, don't go out cuddling the first person scene, but you know what I'm saying. It's just, there's something here about Spirit always want the best for you here. And there's like an energetic upgrade for you in your feelings and in your connection with your body and how you feel about yourself. Right, guys, I'm going to leave it there because that's what I get for number 10. Well done you for facing these things. And reconnecting with yourself, because it's beautiful when you do. Right, so are we on? Oh my God, we're on number 11, 127.40. Right, I'm not going to remember any of these numbers, am I, guys? But listen, I hope you're having fun listening to this and it's bringing in some insightful stuff. And just choose as many doors as you want. Right, so for the last doorway, which is, now they call this the 4-pillar door. The 4 pillars of life is what they gave me. You got the Path of the Soul cards, which is so, I mean, look at that. Again, there's a real massive link to the Orient here, and I don't know why. But this was cleared by selenite. So selenite is basically compressed sea salt in water. It's basically salt, so it's very clearing. Clearing of your energy. Now, what do we get for this? So, what Spirit was saying is there's 4 areas of your life that you're strengthening. So, this has got a kind of a multi-mixed, I was going to say multi-mixed media then message, but that's not what I mean. It's what happens when you've been talking for an hour and a half. But what I would say is that there's either 4 areas. It might be that you've discovered the 4 grounding rods for you: hydration, nutrition, exercise, fresh air. It could be that you've identified the 4 main areas in your life that are really important for you, or you're about to, because remember, we're going through a portal. This is a message around the 11:11 through the doorways. But also I want to say that you're building blocks in your life are very strong and they're sturdy and they're right for you and you know what they are. And this sovereignty and this path of sovereignty is that you are now moving down this pathway, and spirit are going to help you strengthen it. But also they're saying look up the 4 pillars of life, because this is about the 4 pillars of destiny in your life, and it's linked to your birth date, and it's to do with Chinese astrology. So right, so this is for number 11. Oh, there we go. Right, so you got 28. That's a beautiful card. It's green. 17. I'm sure that's the royal card. And one more. Right. Now, I have to read the book for this because these cards are very specific meanings. Path of the Soul by Cheryl Lee Harnish. So 28. Dreaming. Your dreams are playing a very important part in both your waking life and spiritual development. The answers you seek to your deepest inner questions are being answered. You are receiving messages and advice through the dream time. So maybe put a dream journal next to your bed. But also it's where we process things safely that we don't feel we can explore in our minds in our waking hours. So if you ever get dreams that are like, whoa, it's actually a really good sign, because it means that you're processing stuff when you're asleep. You're processing things that your brain feels it can't safely do when you're awake and conscious. Take serious note of all your dreams. There is much being given to you from the astral realms. Is also a call to strengthen your intuition. Your intuition through meditation. Take time to meditate, as they will help you to remember and clarify your dreams. Then you got 17. But also, treasures. I'm going to talk to you about how these cards tie together. What was once hidden from view can now be seen. Laying within you are many inner treasures and gifts. This is your time of discovery. Your special and unique skills that you have hidden like pearls in a shell. It is happening now. Stay grounded and clear. The spiral in the card shows the universal energies are working with you to help uncover what lies within. Understand, however, that once fully uncovered, you'll be asked to use these gifts in service to others in the planet. What Spirit's saying is just read the cards, but just put them together. But actually, I'm saying more about what they really mean just when I read them, but it's not specifically this meaning, guys. I will talk to you in a minute about this. Right, so this is the Bull Guide. Appears to offer you strength as you move through life. He imparts the teaching and wisdom of standing strong and firm, sovereignty when you need to, and not allowing others to cross your personal boundaries. Look at all the situations happening around you at this time. Bull Guide is here to help you be firm wherever and whenever you need to be. He wants to remind you that you are strong and you are deeply supported as you find your way to your own self-empowerment. It's a really strong message of sovereignty. But again, the red is very strengthening. It's the root chakra. It's all about, using the fire of the creative fire to be able to stand strong in what you believe in and move through life with that energy. So what I get with this is what you're dreaming about it's very, very dear to you. So this is what you are wanting to manifest. It's very dear for you. But also this Bull Guide, Bull Guide is Taurus. So Taurus is about building. So this is about whatever these 4 pillars are. So you might get the 4 pillars through your portal meditation. I don't know. You might get to see them when you walk through this portal. You might already know them, and walking through this portal is strengthening your resolve to maintain them and build on them. But it's like a strong foundation is being built to create your treasures in this life. And there's a strengthening that's happening right now. And that's going to build more, and you can ask for help around that. So that's how I see that, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off and just have a little glass of water now. And then I am going to tune in and I'm going to do the meditation. So what I suggest is, if you can, make this time for you turn off the devices. When a lot of the participants or loved ones used to come to my meditation evenings, they would often go straight to bed after the evening and they'd sleep like a baby. So maybe you might want to put this on just before you go to sleep. Even if you fall asleep while it's on, it's fine. What I would say is, when you're going through a healing exercise using meditation, which is usually how I often would guide people through it, is that it's really important that you just don't have things that are going to jerk you awake or bring you out of your quiet healing space. You don't want those. So, why not take that 10-15 minutes or however long it's going to be for you to get the full maximum of the experience. So I'm going to end this part of the reading here. I'm just going to thank Spirit and the angels for all the messages that they brought through for all of us. And I'm just going to ask them for a message around the healing portal meditation for 11/11. Is there anything that you want to share with us? It's funny now if a card doesn't come out. Quite a few cards here, but just perseverance and transition, empathy, introspection, divine love and abundance. Oh my God. I mean, gorgeous. Turquoise calcite, rose quartz fluorite, pink amethyst and smoky amazonite. And it's the earth element, it's the moon, it's Venus, it's Asterion, soul star chakra. So we're going to be connecting up with the soul star chakra and then the earth star chakra and also regular star. Right, guys, so I'm going to go off, have a short break, and I will see you in a short while. Lots of love. Take good care. Right, guys, so I'm here to start the meditation. So I hope that you are sitting somewhere or lying somewhere comfortably. If possible, loose clothing. Don't have anything around you that's going to irritate you or take your mind away from you experiencing this healing or walking through this portal. So what I'm going to do is, if all of you can see, I'm just going to show you. I'm just going to hold up my Aura Soma Peace bottle, because for some people colour really, really helps. I know it might be a bit blurred, but I just want soft lighting. I'm going to work on the vibration of 5 to 8 hertz as well. So I will be using my tuning fork at the start of the meditation, guys. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to bring down the camera to the candle lights to bring in that energy of healing light. I'm just going to move that around. There we go. Okay. So all I want you to do now is just to go into a place where you have your feet on the ground, if possible. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to ground ourselves into Mother Earth. So we're going to ask Father Sky to take us high and Mother Earth to ground us into her core for protection and to keep us fully within our bodies throughout this experience. So just starting off now with the bells. Taking a big deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And another one. And as we do, just the intention to relax our bodies and our minds. Slowly closing our eyes on the outside and our eye on the inside. And all we're going to do now is just follow our breath. Whether you breathe in and out through your nose or in through your nose and out through your mouth, just finding a natural rhythm for you. And what can work great is doing the balancing breathing, where we inhale and we exhale on an equal time. So inhaling with a start of 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. And we can use this method to bring our body back into balance. But just find yourself bringing yourself to this natural place of breath where you're not struggling to find it or locate it. You're just allowing your body to soften and open up, to relax into the present moment, into this space, allowing the vibration of the music to relax you. And on every inhale and then exhale, feeling that your muscles, your joints, allowing your shoulders to just drop back, your jaw to soften, even feeling a slight change in the energy, your ears may pop. Just allowing the face to relax, and any thoughts, any experiences of the day, just letting them fade away. And if thoughts come up, just watch them. They will just subside and pass by. Just see them as the natural process of going into your meditative sacred space. Right here, right now, on this power day. And now what we're going to do is we're going to call in the protection of golden circle of light. We call upon the angels and our loved ones in spirit, overseen by Source, by Mother Earth, Father Sky. And we ask and we intend that only the energies of pure diamond white light and unconditional love work with us now. Calling in Archangel Michael for his protection, to bring in safety, to allow us to receive the light and the healing. Uriel to light the pathway ahead that we are now going to walk through. So Uriel before us, Michael behind us, and Gabriel to provide a clear channel with Source and Spirit throughout this experience for all of us, to clear our hearts, our minds, our ears, and any other blocks that we may have from us receiving the guidance that we are going to receive throughout this experience. Calling in Archangel Raphael for any healing, physical or otherwise, in the bodies, whether they be in the mental, emotional, physical, etheric, spiritual, emotional. Archangel Chamuel for gentleness, for softness, to allow us to soften into the experience, to allow our hearts to open. Haniel to balance our emotions. Zadkiel to clear away any trauma, whether that is conscious or unconscious to us. Azrael for any grief, any feelings of loss. Raguel to heal any imbalances in our relationships, past, present or future. And we ask the remainder of the archangels to surround us in their love and their light, to guide us through this process, We ask Father Sky to show us the way. We ask Mother Earth to illuminate our pathway through. Together, the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine bring us into balance within ourselves, whether that be in whatever gender or body we've chosen to be in this life. We ask them, they bring in this healing and this balance while we walk through this portal and pathway to receive and fully honour our own personal sovereignty as a soul. And we ask that the pure diamond white light of Source oversee the whole experience. And beyond this golden circle light of protection, we now feel and see all our ancestors guide the process as well. And even though they will not be crossing this portal with us, they will be holding the light and the space for us to do so, because they are fully supportive and loving of what we are doing down here on earth at this time. So allow yourself now to bathe in this golden light. See this light emanate through you. This circle now illuminating up through your feet, all the way up through your body, from the Earth Star Chakra, all the way through your body, your cells, your muscles, your bones, your blood, your skin, your hair, your organs, every cell, fibre of your being, till it emanates all the way through up to the top of your head, into your soul star chakra, and seeing this light now meet and circulate up through the Earth Star Chakra beneath your feet, travelling all the way up, right through your crown chakra at the top of your head, connecting to your soul star chakra, a few inches above your crown chakra at the top of your head. And allowing this light to heal, to soothe, to calm, to warm, to open, to soften. And as you feel this light emanate and illuminate every fibre of your being, see this light has a consciousness of its own, to bring in insight, to awaken it, to illuminate and activate your consciousness, your speech, your adaptability, direction, conviction, cognizance, clarity, strength, courage, power, knowing, truth, divine love, resolve, empathy, trust, and more love. Allow this energy to dissolve anything unbeknown to you or known to you that you feel may be holding you back. Allow more love. More love. And more love to enter your body. And seeing your ancestors, those that have gone before you, those that fought in wars, in battles, in pain, in struggle and now free. And they stand around this circle around you in celebration of you. And they're so delighted to be here to connect with you, to see you really step into your light, to not be afraid of the shadows, to illuminate the shadows with more light, to embrace them, to witness and see the journey that you have been on as a sovereign soul. And all these characteristics symbolize the energy of your sovereign rights here on this planet. And seeing now your ancestors hold this circle around you, those that have gone before you, those that you know, that you remember, and seeing them may even bring up emotion. It may bring up tears and feelings of love in your heart to show you how much that you miss them, but they're here with you now and you will see them again. But your ancestors are here today to help you to clear the bloodlines of energy imprints, of stories, of words, of language, of coding, of programming, of missing elements, of skills, unknowing, or beliefs that may have been passed down your bloodline or in your family line. And now in front of you, you see a book before you that's handed to you. And in this book holds all these imprints, these energetic imprints in the bloodline that are not yours, they're not your story. And these may contain beliefs or words of I am not enough, I won't ever, fear of failure, there's never enough, addictions, perfectionism, comparison, lack or control, doctrination, contracts of regression or repression, and belief systems or repetition of systems or beliefs that are not yours. There are experiences of the past, stories that were told, and these are now ready to be cleansed and sent to the light, to be transmutated so they can be celebrated right. Of respecting and appreciating our ancestors' journey, but this is not our own. So as you hold this book, you know that these stories are not yours, or if they have been yours and you've been told that they're yours, you're now ready to let them go. And in front of you is now a big sacred fire pit burning bright. You're now ready to throw this book into the fire with strength and conviction, and knowing all of these beliefs, stories, language, codes are to be honoured with grace and love. And as you throw this book into the fire increases and burns away with the most beautiful orange yellow light. And now all your ancestors start clapping in the background. And now Archangel Michael steps forward and he hands you a book. And as you open this book, the pages are blank. The scene is set clear for you to write your own story, for you, for your children, for your grandchildren, for your nieces, for your nephews, for your brothers, for your sisters, for your loved ones. You get to choose and write your own story. And we ask Archangel Michael now to cut any cords or remaining energetic cords or pulls or physical manifestation that are linked to any of these elements, whether they are unbeknown to you, unconscious. We ask him now to cut any of these remaining energetic imprints away from you. And as he stands before you, he puts his hands in front of you, your solar plexus. And you feel the most beautiful, clear, white light tinged with blue sovereign flecks around it. And you breathe this light into your solar plexus. And you accept this light with thanks, allowing it to travel all the way down into Mother Earth. And on every breath, see it move down into your feet and then up through the top of your head and down through your fingertips. And as you breathe in this beautiful light, allow it to emanate as far out into your auric field as you so choose to do so. As it feels right, as it feels strong, as it feels comfortable. And now Archangel Michael offers you the blue cloak of protection. But this is also your new dress as sovereignty. And now it's time to say thank you and goodbye to our ancestors, and we will see them soon. We'll see them again. We can always connect with them through our own meditation practice, through our own connection, through our own higher self to their higher self. And we thank them for their service to humanity. We thank them for the soul contracts that we made and we travelled together through in order to learn together. And now it's time to walk forward through your portal and through your doorway. So whether you want to use your doorway that you chose before in your reading, or you see a big golden doorway of light open up. And as the doorway opens up, you see the most incredible piercing diamond white light almost knocks you out with the power and the light, the power of the light. But as you walk now with each step forward and forward, you start to see people appear by your side, fellow brothers and sisters, soul sisters, soul brothers, soul partners. In this lifetime, walk through this portal and this door with you. You're ready. You've never been more ready. And as you walk towards this light, it now gently changes into a blush pink colour. The pathway, the divine pathway of love. And as you walk through this pathway, the angels are with you. You may even hold hands with your fellow soul partners, those that you may have never met and may never met in this lifetime, but on an energetic level, on a soul level, you know each other. And you walk together now, and you walk through this portal of light. And again, as you do, you feel your whole body, your physical body, be enveloped by this blush pink light. And you feel its gentleness wash over you, like a knowing that you've been here before. And you allow yourself to walk into this light through this portal, and you see thousands and thousands of people walking now in front of you, beside you, behind you, all on their own path. And now as you carry on walking, you see the light dim, and you feel the angels once around you make themselves known. And they're saying, well done. You've walked through the portal now, and in the coming days and weeks, you will get shown, you will get supported. You will see symbols, signs, confirmation of choosing to walk the path of your own sovereign soul. You now have the insight, the consciousness, the speech, the adaptability, direction, conviction, cognizance, clarity, strength, courage, power, knowing, truth, divine love, resolve, empathy and trust. You've walked through this pathway of divine love, of divine power. There was no struggle, no pain, no fear. It was all about softening into the moment and allowing to let love win, let love in, to be loved, to love, to offer love, to give love, to receive love. You are love. Love always wins. Love is the way. And just sit in this energy and feel the love. Receive the love. Be the love. You are love. And we now say thank you to our angels. We thank them for the love and the support and the protection that they offer us each and every day, every minute of every second of our existence, in any time, any place, any world. And the angels will stay with us with our permission if we so choose. And if we desire, we can ask them now, and we say goodbye and thank you from our heart to yours. But now we bring ourselves back into present time, and we just connect with our feet on the ground, knowing that we're back into our physical body, moving our fingers and our toes first, then maybe our hands, and then our ankles, just circling around our hands and our feet. Maybe beginning to touch our legs or our arms. Maybe giving ourselves a big hug because we need it. And Spirit just saying that even if we didn't feel the energies of the meditation right now, we will in the coming days. We've welcomed in a healing portal into our physical existence in the here and now in this lifetime. So as and when we do this portal, it can be activated at any time. That's the power of the 1111. So as you come round now, guys, you might want to be ready to just move your neck side to side. Just circle your shoulders back. I'm just going to move the camera up now. And this is just the most beautiful light when it's like this. And just give ourselves a bit of a big hug. And just remembering those ancestors with love. I'm just going to light my holy wood. What I really got before I started the meditation was I felt all my ancestors come into the room. So you can work with them before you come into the meditation. Whenever you ever want to connect with them, I felt really emotional. I thought I was going to burst out into tears. But it's love, isn't it? It's love. It's knowing they're there because they love us, and we ask that we work with only the energies of unconditional love. So the Palo Santo wood from the Andes is brilliant because the essence that it gives off is very grounding. So whenever you do a meditation, I'm just going to light this. And I'm going to say to Spirit, just thank you. Thank you for bringing in. They're just saying to me, we need to trust in the unknown at times in life, that we're on an adventure, guys, and we're on a journey. And it sometimes means that we have to trust in the unknown, but that's where the magic is. It's in the unknown. If we knew everything that was going to happen, when it was going to happen and how, there would be nothing to learn. There would be nothing to... There actually wouldn't really be any joy, because it's in the discovery, isn't it, that we go, oh my God, then that happened and it happened like this. And yeah. Right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed that anyway. If you went off on one and you went to sleep, brilliant. I really believe that people get the healing. Sometimes they get knocked out with healing energy because it makes them go into such a relaxed state. Now, I know Marianne Williamson will say, not all meditation is healing, not relaxing, not all relaxation is meditation. But I think the general energy that I have picked up with Spirit is that they wanted a portal to be activated, which is about intentionality, but also about clearing out this harsh control energy that we've been dealing with for the last couple of years. And actually the light, when it's in this healing situation, it brings you into a place of resonance that's very, very stable and calm and peaceful. It brings you into a place where you remember who you really are. That awakening. Look, we can get awakened, by, surprises and tower moments, but I think this is what they just wanted. So I'm going with it, guys. So I'm sending you all my love from the dark. Well, it's not, it's full of light because I've got loads of white lights and candles and pink candles on at the table here. So I'm completely in my element in this. But just go really easy now over the next few days, and enjoy the healing. This was the time to receive the light, because the last video I did was all about facing the shadow life. But this is a plug-in as well. It's a plug-in of electric energy as well, of light, to charge us back up. Because a lot of us with light work, it's all been putting out light, hasn't it? It's all been helping, but we need to put back in the tank this. Okay, guys, all my love, beautiful 11/11 to you, and I will see you when I'm next here. I think I'll have a little break with this, because I get to enjoy the energy now that's generated in my lovely abode with spirit. And this is what sacred space is. When you create sacred space like this, you don't ever really want to leave. So lots of love, and I will see. It's going to be the longest video in history I've ever posted, but hey ho, you take the bits that you want to take, and I will see you soon. Please like and subscribe, share it with anybody it might help, because the more subscribers on here, the more I can connect with more people. The more people connect with, the more people that we can help. Right, lots of love. Take good care of yourselves.